Alright, what's good YouTube, it's Jay here. So today we're going to be reacting a little bit to some of the Modern Warfare 3 gameplay that I've been watching over on both the stream and on Twitter. For one, shout out Charlie Intel for allowing me to do this. This is his video, so if you can, please go check him out. Link to his Twitter will be in the description below. But with that being said, we're reacting today to this. COD Next is currently going on right now as we speak, and to be frank, I will say I do like what I'm looking at, so I'm gonna kind of give my overall thoughts on everything that we've seen. I've seen a lot of the maps. I've seen High Rise, I've seen Favela, I've seen Skid Row, we've seen bits of zombies and a little bit of Warzone. The Warzone map has actually been fully revealed, and it kind of literally looks like something from Verdansk, if we're being honest. But yeah, so let's talk about Modern Warfare 3. I will break this down into things like gunplay, maps, just visual, and we'll try to keep it kind of consistent like that. Okay, so let's just get this one thing out of the way. This is called MW3. It's going to be similar to its previous game being MW2. A lot of people think it's supposed to be a DLC. It was never fully confirmed we were supposed to be getting a DLC, but at the same time, Call of Duty is Call of Duty. Be it a jetpack COD, be it in Modern Warfare, whatever. The games will always have something probably different to them, but they'll all relatively play the same. That's just the concept. That's just how it's been for a long time now. And not that I'm defending it, I'm just saying people really got to get a grip and understand that's how it's been for a long time. So this Modern Warfare's goal was to improve probably a lot of things that were bad in MW2, the movement, the gunplay, the visuals, etc. So let's talk about the gunplay and the gameplay. The gunplay looks phenomenal. It's fast paced. Everything doesn't take 2 years to ADS. There's so much transitioning into your like from your sprint to fire to ADS. It looks so smooth. It's so clear cut and so clean. The visual recoil isn't even remotely as bad as it was in MW2, where your gun just went to Narnia and there's just a bunch of clutter and shit on the screen. The maps are pretty clear cut and concise, honestly. The visuals you're gonna be seeing go scream right here are probably gonna look bad because of Twitter compression, and I'm also pretty certain they're all playing on low, like super low settings. So I do apologize if it looks a little like pixelated and blurry. But yeah, I mean, the gunplay looks smooth, they move quick, the guns move quick, the ADS quick, they look like they play really fast, and overall they just visually look really dang good in my personal unbiased opinion. As far as things like the movement goes, I mean, slide canceling is back. There's so much footage of people slide canceling, and I'll throw in some clips of it probably right around here. Slide canceling is back, and it looks pretty smooth. The difference with this slide canceling compared to MW19 is the fact that it doesn't reset your tactical sprint. There is strafing in the game now. The guns actually have some movement to them when you're aiming. You're not just a slow brick when you're ADSing your weapon. There is strafing in the game, and Stalker is also a perk as well. But overall, the movement looks pretty clear. It looks pretty smooth. Everything transitions nicely. Everything moves really nicely. The only thing is there's no bunny hopping in this game, so that's just something to keep in mind. But there is slide canceling, there's reload canceling, obviously. The guns all have fast movement and gunplay. I mean, it doesn't really get any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. As for the TTK, it looks pretty slow, like how it's supposed to be. I mean, the guns don't insta-kill you. Now, granted, this is a lobby full of people. These are some of the most consistent Call of Duty players in the world, and he just jumped off the map. It's probably going to look a little faster than it should, purely because of the fact that these are some of the biggest content creators in the world playing the game, and they're all going to be sweating and tryharding really hard. But things like the ACR look pretty balanced. Like it doesn't insta-kill people. I will admit the UMP, from what gameplay I've seen, does look like it kills kind of quickly, but I wouldn't be too concerned about it. You actually have real gunfights. I've seen so many people get turned on, actually get a chance to recover from a gunfight and, you know, bounce back, which is nice. I mean, fast TTK in Call of Duty, in my opinion, just allows for really weird scenarios where gunfights are just inconsistent. People just die so quickly. I just don't like that. The sound design is nice, but it's also kind of hard to tell, like, when in regards to things like footstep audio, just because of the fact that that silence is an actual perk in this game. But the sound design is nice. I like the headshot sounds. Something about the visuals of this game kind of remind me of AW and a bit of Vanguard, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But that kind of all goes into the gameplay aspects of things. And I don't know why I'm thinking of AW, but it just kind of gives me that vibe for some weird reason. So from a gameplay perspective, I mean, that's pretty much the basis. It's Call of Duty, but it's what it's supposed to be. I mean, this is basically what MW2 probably should have been, but whatever, that's in the past. I personally like it. I love the way the movement looks, and it probably is going to feel even better when I get a chance to actually play it. And from what I hear, the aim assist is actually pretty damn weak in this game. It's not as bad as it was in MW2, where it literally handheld you for you. It played the game for you, literally, and that's coming from a controller player. So let's talk about, so I said maps. I mean, the maps that are in the beta so far are just classic MW2 maps. I mean, we got Favela, High Rise, Skid Row, Estate, and Rust, if I believe that's correct. I mean, they're classic MW2 maps. From what I've seen, they all look like they played nice. They all do have a bit of a gritty kind of feel to them, but they did back in the day too, so I personally don't really mind it too much. They're not as dark and depressing as the MW2 maps, in my opinion. And they also look like they flow pretty nice. I've seen some hardpoint games on them. They look like they flow nice. Oh, and one thing I wanted to add too for the streaks, I was a bit disappointed to see that streaks don't seem like they overlap for some weird reason, but that's neither here nor there. That's not the world's biggest issue. Maybe they'll change it, who knows, but I do think streaks should overlap. Anyway, go back to the maps. I don't really have too much to say about the maps. I mean, they all look like classic MW2 maps. It's still funny how we're getting MW2 maps in MW3, but they all look like they play really well. There are doors, but they're not excessive, you know. One thing to note too, and this just kind of steps back one more time in the gameplay, I noticed things like the ACR has like Vanguard sights. I do think it's kind of weird we got Vanguard sights in this game. It's not the world's worst thing, but it is kind of funny that we have Vanguard sights in a Call of Duty, in a modern warfare. I don't know what the reason behind that is, other than, I mean, all the sites from MW2 are going to be transferring over, so I guess it's like they can only add so many unique and new sites, but it just looks weird. You won't have to probably use these sites though, with the whole integration thing that they're doing. From a visual standpoint, I actually think the game looks nice. Now, I'm pretty certain they're all playing on low settings, and the bitrate for the streams that I've been seeing are pretty bad, to be frank. So I wouldn't take it for face value if you've watched any of the streams and think that the visuals are just weird or kind of flat. Some do look a little flat, but again, I think most of these guys are playing on super low settings, trying to get the best frame rate that they can, the best performance out of the game. I don't think they're playing like for visual quality. Like, we're talking about these creators here that are sweaty. They're not playing for cinematics. They're playing for the gameplay. So I don't think they're trying to make the game just look absolutely astounding. Everything does look like it's set to a low setting though, but there again, there's less visual clutter. There's less chaos happening on the screen, at least in my personal opinion. And overall, I still think the visuals look pretty damn solid. It reminds me of MW19. A lot of people hold that game's visuals to a high standard. I gotta admit, it does look nicer than the plasticky kind of feel that MW2 had. And now what we're gonna take a quick look at is actual Warzone 3 footage that I like so far. So this is Uzbekistan, I believe. Oh baby, we are back. It's actually colorful, holy moly. Wow, I love the way this looks actually. I'm not giving a fake reaction, I just don't have my camera on because it's super bright in my office and I'm taking my lunch break right now. This is gorgeous. This is actually gorgeous. Wow. It definitely 100% gives Verdansk vibes. Like, that's undeniable that it gives Verdansk vibes. So let's see. I was watching Feudal stream earlier. We've got a power location, we've got a resort, we got a military base, we got a farms, old town, low town. So this is probably the downtown area, suburbs. This is basically Verdansk, and I'm not mad at that. I'm excited. Now, I heard that there are only 90 players on this map, but I'm going to assume they'll probably bump that number up a bit. So, according to Charlie Intel, this is obviously going to have the MW3 movement. Ghost only works while moving. Stim tactical boosts movement again. Red dots on the minimap. Ammo separate in backpacks. So the backpacking system still exists. Gas masks are equipped manually. You will always have a pistol while swimming, and tear gas is counted by the gas mask, and more. According to Charlie Intel, also when Warzone and MW3 integrate, Warzone will have the following: Uzbekistan, Ashika Island, and Vondel. So it looks like we are completely getting rid of Al Mazrah altogether, and I am okay with that. I did not like Al Mazrah. I thought it was arguably the most bland and ugly map in comparison. I guess it was basically a Caldera. I didn't like the way both of those maps look, so I'm happy they're both gone. We'll have BR, Surges, and Plunder at launch, which is really, really good. I know it's a lot to probably invest into a second game, basically with a lot of similar features from the previous, but I don't know. I think I'd rather get a game that's similar than a new game every single year that's almost completely different from the other one. Like, this game feels like it's going to be enough, it's going to have enough changes to make it a little bit different from MW2, without just being over the top. It does look like the UI is a little bit smoother, at least for the BR menu. It's I'm still not a fan of this whole Netflix Hulu design menu that they got going on, but I don't think it's terrible. Now that they've made some kind of changes to it, it's not my favorite, but I'm pretty certain they're going to be sticking with this for the future because of the whole COD HQ thing. So whatever, like, you just got to deal with it, honestly. Looks like we also got some new perks coming to Warzone. You got Shrouded, you throw a smoke grenade when you're down. That's basically reverse murder. Irradiated, move faster and take less damage in the gas. And Resolute, increase movement when damaged. Ooh, that's gonna be annoying. Wow. I don't know if you're gonna want to rock these perks over some of the other ones that allow you to ADS quicker. You're gonna have some give and take, obviously. Now it makes me wonder, are they gonna go back to the like 3 perk system, or are they stick with the 4 perk system that we got? Because it seems like MW3 so far has a 4 perk system. You could, or a 3 perk system. You can only equip a 4th perk if you run like engineer or something. This is this is gonna be annoying. This sounds like Serpentine. I hated Serpentine when they added it to the game. It just made gunfights feel so stupid, just cheesy. Here's a better look at Uzbekistan with higher resolution. I mean, it reminds me literally of Verdansk. Like, there's no other way to put it. It's basically Verdansk. Let's see what the comments are saying. Military base. Where's the strip club at? Why is there water? Blackouts. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, that looks sick. Okay, here's a shout out to Modern Warzone for posting this, but here's a first look at what it looks like when you're traversing the map in Uzbekistan. It's so colorful. Holy cow. You can actually see. Wow, this map is beautiful. Is pretty. Look at this.
We're about to fill the whole lobby, so.
Oh, this is pretty, dude. Like, I'm not even trying to overhype. I'm dead ass. Like, this actually looks beautiful. Oh yeah, you climb so much faster. Oh yeah, I think this is gonna be a good year. Like, I can't wait to actually complain about it. Granted, I don't do too much complaining on this channel in general, just because I'm not that kind of guy. Oh, this is so pretty, dude. It's got color. Let's go. No more sand and depression.
You guys want to go check out Overwatch?
This is gorgeous. This is genuinely beautiful. Okay, here we go with the new gulag we've got over here with Modern Warzone. These guns also look incredible. I love the sights on these things, man. Yeah, the game has a less plastic feel to it than MW2 did. Okay, so let's see what he's gonna do here. Yeah. Slide cancel into the gulags. Gulags are still gonna have the plates.
God, that was close.
Okay, I like it. It looks clean. The movement's fresh. I like it. Here's a proper look at the Warzone UI, I guess. I mean, yeah, you've got your battle rage. It's interesting, battle rage is now like a piece of equipment than a perk, but I'm okay with that, I guess. Overall, I'm pretty excited about what I've seen, and I actually really look forward to playing this game now more than ever, really. I mean, yeah, $60 to $70 DLC. Yeah, let's go. I don't know, man. Like, maybe it's just because I'm just not that, I don't take things that personal. I wasn't crazy about MW2. Do I think it should be $70? Probably not, but I will arguably pay anything not to play MW2 again, which is probably the whole marketing scheme, and I'm a sucker. So hey, at least I can admit to it. I'm already fully aware, guys. I'm admitting to it at least. So thanks for watching, and if you're a fellow sucker, sub to this channel too, because we can all be suckers together. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Peace.